ISO 27001 is one of the most popular standards available. But what are standards and why do we need them? I found this really good quote on the official home of the International Organization for Standardization. They say that when things don't work as they should, it often means standards are absent. You can think of them as a formula that describes the best and agreed way of doing something. This could be about manufacturing a product, managing a process, delivering a service, or supplying materials. Standards can cover basically any activity undertaken by organization and ultimately used by their customers. Great examples for standardization are the shape of tools and cables. Because of the standardized form factor, tools and cables can be used all around the world. Same applies for communication standards. You can connect a wireless keyboard with any computer as long as it supports Bluetooth or any other wireless standard. You do not have to buy a keyboard from a certain manufacturer. Standards ensure interoperability and make the world a lot easier for everybody. Generally speaking, standards are the distilled wisdom of subject matter experts. In other words, people with a tremendous amount of expertise in their field. These people are usually well aware of the needs of the organizations they represent. Subject matter experts include, but are not limited to, manufacturers, users and buyers, or in other words, customers, associations like trade associations, regulators, or even scientists. International standards like ISO 27001 are published by the International Organization for Standardization. Let's have a look at their homepage and see what they have to offer. Alright, so ISO is an independent, non-governmental international organization with a membership of 167 national standards bodies. Here we can find some basic information on standards, including a section on popular standards. So I'd say let's have a look at that. So here they talk about their greatest hits, the most popular ISO standards, including our management system standards. This should sound a little familiar to you, and if we scroll down a bit, we can see ISO 27001, Information Security Management. So obviously this is one of the most popular standards out there. If we scroll down a little more, we can find additional standards like ISO 6, camera film speed. Yes, that's also a standard. The date and time format, a standard on medical devices, anti-bribery management systems, currency codes, and so on and so on. So there's basically a standard for everything. I think it's close to 30,000 standards in their database. You can find them on their homepage. However, most of them are paid standards. All right, so if you need any information on standards, go to iso.org, and in some later sections of this course, we'll go back to that website and have a look at real standards indeed. Alright, as always, let's have a look at the key learnings of this lecture. Standards are essential for the interoperability of devices. People with expertise in their subject matter are called subject matter experts. Standards describe the best way of doing something. International standards, like ISO 27001, are published by the International Organization for Standardization. You can find them on ISO.org.